So today we are making sourdough pizza, and it is quite a lengthy process, so I'm starting 2 days ahead of time. And I have my sourdough starter ready. I fed it a couple hours ago and it's doubled in size, so I'm going to go ahead and make the dough. And I'm going to link the video below that I got this recipe from. I don't want to take the credit for this recipe, so I'm just going to leave that video link down below if you want to check out the original recipe video. So now I have the scale here. I've put my bowl on it, and you just push you push the tare button to zero it out. So now I'm going to add 125 grams of water. And then I'm going to add 40 grams of starter. So you just push zero again. Okay. And then I'm going to add 4 grams of salt. Okay, then I'm just gonna mix it together. And then we're gonna add the flour. So I'm just using the bread flour. I don't know if that's actually the correct flour, but I'm just gonna do that. And that's 200 grams. So now I'm just going to mix this until it's combined, and I'm just going to switch to a spoon. So at this point, this is what it looks like, and I'm just going to cover it with a damp towel, and I'm going to let it rest for anywhere from 15 to 45 minutes, and then we're going to come back and do a series of stretch and fold. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes now, and you can see that it's more hydrated than it was. So we're just going to go ahead and do some stretch and folds, and we're going to keep it in the bowl for this time. So you just pick it up and stretch it, and then fold it over into the center. And you just do that till it forms a little ball like that, and then you fold it. You just turn it like that. Okay, sorry, I didn't realize that the camera angle was a little bit off, but I hope you could still see that. And it's just forming, I can already see it forming that like glossy skin on the surface. I don't know if you can tell through the camera, but it's looking like it's gonna be good already. So I'm just gonna cover that with this towel, and we're gonna let it sit for another hour and 15 minutes, and then we're gonna take it onto the counter and do some more intense stretch and folds. Okay, so now the dough has rested for 1 hour and 15 minutes, and I did not add flour to the counter, but I'm just going to remove the dough. And then we're just gonna do some stretch and folds. So you just stretch it towards the middle. And then you do it again and again and again. And that is one set, but you just keep doing that. And once you have the ball, you're just gonna like cup it with your hands and pull it towards you. And then you just put it back into the bowl. And we're gonna cover it and we're gonna leave it sit for about another hour. Okay, so now we are going to take this out again and we're going to do some more stretch and folds for the last time before the very long bulk rise. Feels nice and stretchy this time. It was feeling stiff earlier. Okay, so one more time we're gonna just pull it towards us to tighten it. Then I'm just gonna put it back in the bowl, and I'm gonna put this bowl, I'm gonna cover it and put it in the fridge, and it's gonna rest for 48 hours. Okay, everybody, it's 2 days later, and I have been letting this sit in the fridge, and I just got it out of the fridge around noon, and I put it on the counter, and it was sitting there for like maybe 4.5 hours, and I think that it is looking really good. And I apologize if you hear Liam screaming. He is just playing happily. He's not screaming because he's mad or anything. Okay, so I'm going to add some flour to the bowl, and I'm just gonna coat this entire ball of dough in flour. Wow, it feels so nice and soft. You can see all the air bubbles. Okay, and then I'm not gonna flour the counter because this is very well floured. I'm just gonna put it down, and then I do not have space in my oven to have a round pizza pan. I don't think it would fit, so I'm gonna have to use a cookie sheet, which is not ideal, but I just have to work with what I have. So I'm just gonna stretch it to fit the sheet pan. Now it is feeling a little bit sticky, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of flour on that side, and I'm gonna try this. I've never done this before. Okay, so now I'm just gonna transfer the dough into the cookie sheet. And And I wish I had thought ahead to make the pizza sauce from scratch, and I will make sure I do that next time. But for this time, I'm just using a can of pasta sauce. I will not use the whole thing, obviously, but yeah, I did not think far enough ahead with that, so I'm just gonna spread some on. Okay, now I'm gonna bake it in the oven. It says you should preheat the oven to 500 degrees. My oven only goes to 450, but it is an oven that runs very hot, so I don't think that it's gonna matter. So I'm just gonna put it in the oven and let it bake for 11 minutes, and then we're gonna come back and add the toppings. Okay, that's the first step done. Now we're going to add the toppings, and I'm going very simple and a little different today. So I have mozzarella cheese, I have onions, I just sliced them very thin on my mandolin, and I have mushrooms, and I have olives. So I'm just going to add the cheese first. Okay, now we're going to bake it. Okay, so it's been like 7 minutes, and I'm just gonna check on it. It's looking pretty good. I think I'm gonna let it cook a little longer. Okay, now it has been 10 minutes, and it's looking better. Okay, here we go. Oh, I love that it has a thin crust, but it's not burnt on the bottom, and the texture is really nice. The pizza sauce could for sure be better, but we'll work on that next time. And I really love the flavors of everything, all the toppings. I like it.